Joining us right now is Ron Victor, CEO of IoTium. Now, Ron, you're in a very interesting, highly fast-paced growing industry. IoT is growing about 23% annually. How do you see this space growing in the near future, next, say, 3 years?
Well, it's going to be fabulous. I mean, the growth structure is going to be huge. If you think, all kinds of numbers from everyone, right? Somebody says 50 billion devices are going to be connected. Somebody says 40 billion, but it's a big B and it's a big number. Now, within the big B and the big number, because of the number of devices that are going to connect, there's going to be all kinds of opportunity. Once you have to connect devices, there are all kinds of protocols, there's a bunch of software needed, security issues, provisioning issues, networking issues. All of this will lead to applications. Applications will run on smartphones, laptops, tablets, in the cloud. That means you need more cloud infrastructure, you need more analytics applications. So it's going to grow just unbelievably. It's a fabulous market, and it's going to grow in every single vertical. It's going to be prevalent right from industrial IoT to consumer IoT to healthcare to automotive to locomotion to trains. I mean, everything's going to be touched by this. Nothing is going to be the same.
So what you guys specifically do at IoTium is provide network infrastructure for industrial level clients. So what are some of the challenges that you're currently facing? I'm sure security is one big concern, but beyond that, what are, say, your top 3 challenges at the moment?
Security is something we solve with our infrastructure. That's one thing. From the challenges perspective, we as such as a company are not seeing too much challenge in convincing a customer about what we do. What I would say that the industry is seeing challenges with is security, for sure, and ease of provisioning. The ability to provision millions of devices, send updates on the fly. We all used to Windows update. The new software comes down, it loads up and everything works. Suddenly you're going to have 1 billion industrial devices all over the place that are going to require the equivalent of a security patch, a new protocol software adapter. How are you going to make this? You can't send a truck roll out there to have somebody actually hack something right there on the machine and put it in there. So security is a very big concern in IoT. There's lots of opportunity. We play in that to solve that. Another big opportunity and challenge is ease of provisioning. Zero-touch provisioning is what we call it. And then I would say the last piece that we focus on in this IoT challenge is the ability to manage what we call in the business edge analytics and WAN optimization. What is edge analytics? It's the ability to run software close to the machines, right at the edge.
It's interesting you point this out. Cloud is where all of this is shifting in terms of it's going to be, IoT's future depends on cloud, and there's much left yet to be fully developed in the cloud space. There are sectors within the cloud space that are still just burgeoning. So you have there's all these devices that are connected to the internet. Pretty much every device manufacturer wants to connect their devices to the internet. Yet the transmission of this data from this device is not yet fully tapped into. There are not that many companies that are providing those kind of solutions. So unless and until that gap isn't closed, that synergy we expect to take place between IoT and cloud is not going to happen. So when you're providing these infrastructure solutions, is the transmission a part of it, or are you only at the very end when the data is actually transmitted?
We are exactly in the transport layer. We call it the transport layer. So we do not build devices, we do not build sensors. But the moment the sensor sends data, it sends it to a gateway. We sit on that gateway, and then we sit at the destination where the data is supposed to be sent. So if it is supposed to be sent to a cloud, we sit at the cloud also. So we're sitting at both ends, and everything in the middle we take care of. Right from transport to be able to get the data from here to where it's supposed to go, the security of the data, the quality of the data isolation, the ability for you to from here push some data to the edge to be able to take control actions, the ability to run analytics at the edge, all of this capability, and to make all of this completely zero-touch provision. So what we've done is basically you don't have to now call an operator and say, please give me a secure VPN tunnel from here to here. You can basically be on any operator, on any infrastructure, 3G, 4G, LTE, satellite, T1, MPLS, and you just drop our software at either end, and we will take care of the entire transport layer on top. We form an overlay network on all of this.
Now, who do you see as your competitors in this space currently?
We don't see very many competitors in the space. What we do see is a different mode of operation. What we believe is network infrastructure should be open. And by open, what we mean is it should be an open platform that allows players in the ecosystem to play with. The difference between that and a closed system is the following. A closed system involves a theology which says it's going to be my device, which will connect to my gateway, it will go to my cloud, and it will go to my analytics application. That is a closed system. An open system is one which you can use anybody's device, anybody's gateway, anybody's cloud platform, any analytics application. So take the example of the reason people build closed systems is because of ease of provisioning and security. So what we have done is taken that same ease of provisioning and security and made it available in an open ecosystem for where you can use anybody's sensor with anybody's gateway, anybody's cloud, anybody's application.
So you don't find any other people or any other companies trying to compete in this space with you?
I won't say there aren't any other companies. There are companies who are building these closed systems that
not
would then
necessarily
compete with us.
in the public ecosystem.
Not in the general ecosystem. No.
Okay. And what would you say your market opportunity is, here in the U.S. And internationally?
We cater mainly to industrial IoT. It's quite proven that 70% of the value of IoT is in the industrial and enterprise space. And we cater across a whole bunch of verticals. Today our biggest verticals are building automation, transportation, oil and gas, and soon logistics. And in transportation we're talking about locomotives, etc.
And internationally, where do you see your space? Are you growing?
It's pretty much the same verticals in different geographies.
I wanted to get a sense of your market share for your company in this space.
I would say we're too early. We're a startup. We have some very marquee customer names, big names, and that will lead to an incredible amount of market share, but it's not there yet.
That was Ron Victor, CEO of IoTium.